Hey guys, back here to talk about my pickups for July 2018. Have a few things to talk about. I didn't go nearly as crazy in July as I did in May or June, but again, a few things here that are worthwhile to talk about. So let's just get started. This is the one that everyone got this past week, the Ready Player One. This one is the Target edition that comes with the lenticular slipcover. I think that's the superior version of the two, at least compared to this in the Best Buy exclusive. Best Buy had the Steelbook, Target had the lenticular edition. I think this is the better one of the two. The case itself is just a better aesthetic. The film itself, I thought was really good. It's only my second time seeing it. We saw it in the theater when it came out and saw it again here on 4K. Of course, 4K looks fantastic. Why would it not? It's a modern movie being displayed on the most advanced home theater format. But the film itself was really good. Not great, not super fantastic, but I did enjoy it. I know a lot of people didn't care for all the references, all the throwbacks, all the nostalgia. But really, most of the licensed characters you see in the film don't play that big of a part in the film. And I know that was kind of part of the book, too, was to have all these different references. So I don't think it strays too far from the source material. I've heard a lot of the differences in the book. But generally, I think this concept is the same. I don't know, I've never read the book, but the movie itself is really good. I mean, Steven Spielberg directed it. Good movie. If you haven't seen it, it's worth at least, a rent, maybe check it out. If you're not into buying these things, you probably stream it online. But solid film. I really enjoyed it. Looks great. Worthy addition to any collection. Next one here is the Beyond ReAnimator Blu Ray. This is from Vestron Video, part of their collector series. First time on Blu Ray. I replaced my original release that was on DVD with this Blu Ray. I sold that to offset the cost. And I have not watched this edition yet, but I'm sure it looks pretty good. It's not that old of a film. I think it came out early 2000s, so it should do well up converting to 4K from the Blu-ray. It's worthy of entering the series, though. There's the original ReAnimator, Bride of ReAnimator, and then Beyond ReAnimator. I think for me, favorites-wise, they go in that order, 1, 2, and 3. But again, it's a solid entry. They probably could have done something a little sooner as far as doing a follow-up to Bride of ReAnimator. So like a lot of films, I think it might be a little too late, but still enjoyable. I'm glad to replace the DVD in my collection. Now I have the entire trilogy on Blu-ray, so I'm happy about that. Next one here is the Steelbook of Boogie Nights. And as you can see from the numbering on the front, here and here, it's imported from the UK. It's an eBay purchase. This is again replacing an earlier DVD release. I had the New Line Platinum Edition, and that did not scale very well from DVD, not even to 1080. So on full HD, before I even got my 4K set up, the DVD just never looked very good. So I'm hoping that this looks a lot better. I was figuring I was going to get the upgrade eventually. Saw the Steelbook on eBay. Wasn't that expensive. I think it was like 10 or 15 bucks. So I went ahead and did the upgrade on it. I look forward to opening it. It is a region-free release. I am not region-free for my player, but this will play in any player across the world. So I'm looking forward to opening it up and checking it out. Hopefully it's a big improvement on the original DVDs that I once had. All right, here. Next, Last House on the Left. This is the limited edition from Arrow Video. So you can see the disc, the booklet, hardcover box. They always do a great job of their packaging with these limited editions. I've seen other videos and other pictures of what comes in the box. I know there's some really cool fold-outs, like the original poster. So I am excited to get that open and kind of see what else is in there. But it has a CD, 2 Blu-rays. CD is a soundtrack. The Blu-rays have 3 cuts of the film, plus other bonus features. There's the unrated cut, the theatrical cut, and the cut entitled Krug and Company. I'm excited to watch the other 2 cuts, theatrical and Krug and Company, because I've only ever seen the unrated edition. So I'm kind of curious to see what the differences are. But if you've never seen this film and you're curious about it, maybe read up on it a little bit before you give it a watch, especially before you buy it and make that commitment. It's a hard movie to watch. It's not one of my favorite films. I got it mainly because Arrow just does a great job. I'm sure the restoration is fantastic. But the film itself is kind of a hard watch. It's a very violent, raw film. It's a 70s exploitation film, something that you would have seen in grindhouses on 42nd Street and in New York City back in the day. And it's a very controversial film, very violent, like I said. I believe Sean Cunningham and or Wes Craven were getting it rated with the MPAA. They gave it an X rating, and this is from an old interview I think I've heard, that they were walking out with their film canisters. They found a band of R-rated stickers, and they slapped those over the X-rated stickers just to give it an R rating, because X-rated films never play anywhere. They don't make any money. So, but it is a violent film, and it may be unsettling, maybe hard to watch. So just get yourself prepared if you're going to watch it for the first time. Before you do, maybe kind of, again, set yourself up for it. If you have seen it before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, and maybe you'll watch it and not be shocked by anything, because it is kind of old, 35, 40 years old now. So, it may seem tame to today's standards, depending on what you've seen or how you see things. So, but anyway, it is a classic film. It is a good piece of film history, good cinematic history. So, it is replacing the original Blu Ray that I had, and this one will go on my shelf with my other Arrows. Last thing to talk about: Return of the Living Dead Part 2. This is the Scream Factory Edition, the first time ever on Blu Ray. There's the reversible cover. So the other side of this is the what you see on the slipcase, and this is the original artwork here. I love having the slipcases and then the original. I can swap around. I like having both. That's kind of cool. This wasn't due for release until the 14th of August, I believe. Today is August 1st. I got this, I think, on July 27th or 28th. So I did get it a couple of weeks early. I ordered it from the Shout Factory website, and they do say pre-orders you will receive pre-orders about 2 weeks ahead of their scheduled release date. So I got this well in advance of 2 weeks before it was supposed to come out. And I didn't pay a premium for it, so I'm really happy to have gotten it before a lot of other people. It is definitely worth the pickup. If you're a fan of the series, or maybe at least the first 3 films, definitely this is worth picking up. It looks great, a lot better than the original original DVD release. This is the first time on Blu-ray. Transfer looks really good. It has the original soundtrack, which I know has been kind of elusive on formats, at least here in the States. So this is the original soundtrack inserted back into the film. A really good remaster. It's a fun movie. If you've never seen it before, it's more comical, maybe a little more cartoonish than the first one. A little maybe less violent, toned down violence and gore wise. It's still a really fun movie. I really enjoyed it. I watched it this past weekend, and it does hold up. I don't think it's as good as the first. I don't like it as much as the first one, but it's a good accompanying film. Definitely better than the third one, and the third one's pretty good. I know they made some made-for-TV things in part 4 and 5, but anyway, it's kind of the same realm of ReAnimator for me. It would go 1, 2, and 3, but it's a fun movie, a good watch. If you've never seen it before, I can give a hearty recommendation to go pick it up. This version is probably about as good as it will ever get. If you have seen it before, it's worth the rewatch, of course. And again, Scream Factory's versions of 1 and 2 are definitely the way to go if you're into Blu-rays. So that's all I got. 5 pickups this past month. August should be a more productive month. I have a lot of things on pre-order, a couple things from eBay on the way. So I will have more to talk about in September to see what I got in August. And I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far. Share your pickups and stuff with me in the comments, and be curious to have a little bit of a conversation and see what else everyone else is getting besides Ready Player One. Everyone got that, so let's not talk about that. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.